Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. We have started with the videos of the thorax. In the last video we have seen the thoracic inlet and thoracic outlet. Now in this video we will see the intercostal spaces. Intercostal spaces as such may be asked as essay, or any contents of the intercostal space may be asked as short notes for you. Those who have not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe now. Keep watching the videos. Now we will start the intercostal spaces. The intercostal spaces, so these are the ribs. So between these ribs we have the intercostal spaces. These are the intercostal spaces between the ribs. They are 11 in number on each side. Last two intercostal spaces are open in front because the 11th and 12th ribs are floating. So we have the typical intercostal spaces between typical ribs and traversed by vessels and nerves which are confined to the thoracic wall are known as typical intercostal spaces. As such, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, they are typical. If you see the boundaries of the intercostal spaces, above sharp lower margin of the upper rib and its cartilage. So here the cartilage is removed. Below, blunt upper margin of the lower rib and its cartilage. In front, lateral border of the sternum. So this is the in front, lateral border of the sternum between the costal notches. Behind, so behind this is typical intercostal spaces behind. So this is the intercostal spaces in behind. So what are the boundaries of the intercostal spaces behind? Body of the corresponding vertebra. So this is the one body of corresponding thoracic vertebra. So we have seen the intercostal spaces boundaries. So we have to start with what are intercostal spaces, how many intercostal spaces, then what are typical intercostal spaces, boundaries of typical intercostal space. Characteristic feature of intercostal space is each space is directed downward and forward. It is narrow towards the vertebral column and broad towards the sternum, and the widest part being at the costochondral junction. Posterior part of this intercostal spaces are placed between two ribs, hence this is called interosseous. Anterior part intervenes between cartilages, two cartilages, so that will be called as intercartilaginous. So here in this cartilages are removed, so the anterior part in this between the costal cartilages will be called as intercartilaginous. So these are the parts of the intercostal spaces. We have seen boundaries, parts. Now contents of the space. So if it is asked as essay, you have to write like this elaborately. Contents of the intercostal spaces are this intercostal muscles you are seeing in between the ribs. So here in this we have the pectoralis major muscle. This is the pectoralis major. Here also pectoralis major, which is now removed in this part, and also the pectoralis minor is removed. Then between the ribs we have the intercostal muscles. So these are the intercostal muscles. Now you can see clearly. So this is the pectoralis major, pectoralis minor muscle. So these are the intercostal muscles, and also vessels and nerves. So intercostal nerve is shown in this clearly. You can see this yellow color, they are the intercostal nerves. Vessels are not shown. So contents of the intercostal space are the intercostal muscles, vessels and nerves. In this video we will see elaborately about the intercostal nerve, typical intercostal nerve. Muscles, we will list it out, and also the vessels also we will list in this video. Intercostal muscles, if you see, they are arranged in 3 sheets from outside inwards. So they are the intercostalis externus. So outside one muscle is intercostalis externus. Next is intercostalis internus. We will, yes, from outside to inside we have 3 muscles: intercostalis externus, intercostalis internus, and intercostalis intimus. So these are the 3 intercostal muscles. Intercostal vessels, in each space the arteries are arranged into 2 groups, anterior and posterior. So in each space you have intercostal arteries. So if you take one space, we have in each space 2 groups, anterior intercostal arteries and posterior intercostal arteries. Anterior intercostal arteries are the branches of internal thoracic artery. Posterior intercostal arteries are the branches of the, now we will in this, here we will have the internal thoracic artery, which will give the anterior intercostal arteries, 2 anterior intercostal arteries in each space. It will be 2 intercostal, anterior intercostal arteries, 2 in number. One follows the lower margin of upper rib and the other follows the upper margin of the lower rib. The arteries pass backwards and anastomose with posterior intercostal arteries. In the upper 6 spaces, the anterior intercostal arteries are the branches of internal thoracic artery. Internal thoracic artery is the branch of subclavian artery. In succeeding 3 spaces, they are derived from the musculophrenic artery, which is a branch of internal thoracic artery. So these are the details of the anterior intercostal arteries. Posterior intercostal arteries, in each space we will see the posterior intercostal space. So this is the posterior intercostal space. In each space we have one posterior intercostal artery here. Anterior intercostal arteries are 2 in number. Posterior intercostal artery is 1. In upper 2 spaces, they are the branches of superior intercostal artery in the upper 2 spaces, which is the branch of again costocervical trunk from subclavian artery. In the front also, internal thoracic artery is the branch of subclavian artery. In the lower 9 spaces, here in the lower 9 spaces, they are derived from descending thoracic aorta, which is running here. You can see this large vessel running in the thorax is the descending thoracic aorta. From the descending thoracic aorta, the lower 9 spaces, the arteries are derived. Posterior intercostal artery. Similarly, we have the corresponding veins arranged in 2 groups, anterior intercostal veins and posterior intercostal veins. So now we will see in detail intercostal nerves. So the contents of the intercostal spaces are the, here you can appreciate the intercostal muscles, they are given clearly. So these are the intercostal muscles, external intercostal. So contents are external intercostal, internal intercostal, and intercostal is intimus. Intercostal arteries, which are anterior and posterior, and we have the corresponding veins. Now the intercostal nerves. This intercostal nerve may be asked as separate short notes for you. The intercostal nerves, here you are seeing this yellow color, they are 11 in number on each side. What is it? It is a ventral ramus of a thoracic nerve. So thoracic spinal nerves, the ventral ramus is called as intercostal nerve. Each nerve is the ventral ramus of a thoracic nerve. 3rd to 6th intercostal nerves are typical, same as intercostal spaces because they are confined only to the thoracic wall. Then what happens to the remaining intercostal nerves? We have already seen the first thoracic nerve forms the participation in the brachial plexus joining with C8 nerve. So it is not typical. Second intercostal nerve, lateral cutaneous branch is undivided. So it is also not typical. It supplies the medial side of the upper arm and armpit. 7th and 11th. 7th to 11th intercostal nerves we will see. So you can appreciate. So these are the lower intercostal nerves. These are the lower intercostal nerves appear in the anterior abdominal wall through the digitations between the diaphragm, costal origins of the diaphragm and transversus abdominis muscle. So here. So they supply the abdomen. So now we can understand why we called 3rd to 6th as typical intercostal nerves. So 3rd to 6th, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th are the typical intercostal nerve. Now we will see the course of a typical intercostal nerve. The nerve passes through the respective intervertebral foramen. So the nerve comes out through the respective intervertebral foramen here. Appears in the posterior part of the intercostal space. So this is the posterior part of the intercostal space. Medial to the superior costotransverse ligament. So between this vertebrae we have the costotransverse ligament. So medial to the costotransverse ligament this nerve appears. It passes upwards. It passes upwards and laterally behind the sympathetic trunk. So in front of this nerves we have the sympathetic chain on each side running. So it is behind the sympathetic trunk. Then intervenes in the endothoracic fascia between the, so here in this place it is appearing in the endothoracic fascia between costal pleura. So pleura covers the lung. We have the parts of the pleura, costal pleura. So here you can appreciate the lungs present, which is, so these are the grey color, they are the lungs covered by pleura, costal pleura. So here it appears between the posterior intercostal membrane. So here we will see. So this is the posterior intercostal membrane and the costal pleura. It appears on reaching the angle of the rib, upper rib. So we will turn. Angle of the ribs you should have learnt what is the angle of the rib. So this intercostal nerve, on reaching this angle of the rib, this part, the nerves gives off a collateral and lateral cutaneous branches. So you can appreciate the lateral cutaneous branches. Then the nerve passes forwards along the costal groove between the between the intercostalis internus and intimus muscles. In the costal groove, the arrangement of the structures from above downwards are the vein, artery and the nerve. In the anterior part of the space, the nerve passes in front of the sternocostalis muscle. Here the artery will be running. So it passes in front of the internal thoracic, crosses the internal thoracic artery, pierces the intercostalis intimus and anterior intercostal membrane, and here you can appreciate pierces the pectoralis major muscle and terminate as the anterior cutaneous nerve. So these are the anterior cutaneous nerve from the typical intercostal nerve. So this is the detailed course of the typical intercostal nerve. Branches, communicating branches and distributing branches. Communicating branches are the ganglionic branches connected with the corresponding sympathetic ganglion and also communicate with the adjacent intercostal nerves. Distributing branches collateral branch which runs in the same intercostal space, then which may unite or may not unite with the trunk. Lateral cutaneous branches, these are the lateral cutaneous branches, pierces the internus and externus muscles in the mid axillary line. Then it divides into anterior and posterior branches. So these are the branches of the intercostal nerves. Applied anatomy. Intercostal neuralgia is a typical sharp burning pain in the area of the skin supplied by the thoracic spinal nerves. It may be produced by rib fracture. An important cause of neuralgia is herpes zoster, which is a viral disease of the spinal ganglia. So vesicular eruptions will typically appear along the distribution of the dermatomes of the affected nerves. So we have covered the intercostal nerve in detail. We have seen in this video intercostal spaces, number, what are typical, what are atypical, what are the boundaries of the intercostal space, contents. We started with the intercostal muscle, arteries, veins, and we have seen in detail the intercostal nerve, the course of the typical intercostal nerve, and also the branches of the intercostal nerve. And also we have seen the applied anatomy of the intercostal nerve. So with the next topic, that is the pleura. So this lung covered by pleura will be the next topic. Those who have not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe now. Keep watching the videos. So with the next topic we will see in the next class. Thank you.